All right, now I'm back. So we're going to go ahead and go into Unreal or regular Battle Royale until we get to Unreal. Okay, so let's get out of this here. All right, let's see here. What am I trying to get here? There was something I was going to do. It had to do with... Oh, yeah. I got to go into YouTube. Change the description on that. Let's change that description real quick. All right, so explaining how gyro can be used to feel like aim assist. And how to mitigate problems with aim. Mitigate problems with overcorrecting. Hey, what's up, Go Dogs? Yeah, man. Gyro is so fun to play, you know? And tonight gives me the opportunity to really work on stick max, because that's the key to making all of this. That's the glue to making all of this work, is stick max and getting the right technique down for stick max. Okay, explaining how gyro can be used to feel like aim assist and how to mitigate problems with overcorrecting. And whiffing shots and edits. Okay, let's save it like that. There we go. All right, so we've got that now on record. Oh, I need to go into regular ranked. There we go. Yo, 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 yo. What's up, HDT16? Good to see you, man. I think we're in for some magical goodness tonight because everything that you saw yesterday, bro, it's like every time that I hit a low point like that in trying to figure this stuff out, I discover something else, right? So if you missed it, I just did like a little 40-minute segment called 4 Concepts Every Gyro Player Should Know. And basically the concept, and I just did that little snippet there to kind of get out of my head and try to explain it. But the reason why I was whiffing my shots sometimes is because I was moving my stick a little bit at a time and then using the gyro, but my stick movement isn't like 20% every time or 50% every time or 30% every time. It's inconsistent. So it felt like I was making the same movements, but my crosshair was in different spots. And then when I used the gyro to go back to where I needed to aim it, it would miss because I was in the wrong spot to begin with by not maxing my stick out. So I'm calling that technique stick max. Oh, awesome. Awesome. Yeah. I'm glad you enjoyed yesterday, man. But yesterday had to happen so that I can come up with what I came up with today, stick max. You know, because I was coming up with that concept a few days ago, but I didn't quite understand what to do with it. But now that I understand what to do with it, I know how to stop this problem that I've been having from happening. I basically have taken all the problems that can happen and I've made it to where I understand exactly what's going wrong and how to account for it and how to fix it. So this gameplay right here should be the proof. Oh, I have this still gyro locked, don't I? No, I've got it on 30. Can just make sure I got everything back like I had needed to have it. Okay. That's where it needs to be. Okay, I don't have enough bullets for this. Need to find bullets, man. Oh, I missed what you said there. My dead zone is 12. 5% like to my left to be high. I don't want drift. Yeah, I mean, you know, whatever dead zone feels good to you, that's your preference. The reason why I have mine set on 20 for the left stick and 10 for the right is because anything more than 20 on the left stick feels like it's not getting my feet movement done fast enough, and everything under 20 feels like it's going a little bit too fast because I use this to help line my shots up, right? So the way that I determine how to make it 20 is I paid attention to what felt good when I was trying to line my edits and my shots up by moving like this. And then the way that I came up with my right stick dead zone is whatever felt like I was able to line my shots up easier when I wiggled the right stick. Like I wanted it to have the right amount of wiggle to it. So that's how I figured those things out. Hey, what's up, man? No, nothing yet, but we're probably going to get one tonight because I've been having a bad go of things trying to figure out what has been wrong, and I figured out that my stick movement was inconsistent, and so I came up with a technique called stick max. So if you watch the video that came out right before this, because I just did it for 40 minutes before I started this stream, it'll explain all of it, but I just wanted to get it out there and have it, you know, on record and try to explain it so that I can get it out of my head. But stick max, basically the concept is that when I max my stick out, that's how I want to be when I am using the gyro to aim in or whatever I'm doing close range. If I have it maxed out, if I need a little more, I can just bump the gyro. If I need to go back, I can just bump it back. If I'm ADS'd in, I can bump it back. You see? So it's basically a way to keep my stick movement consistent. So my stick movement is slower, but when it's maxed out, I can bump it to get the extra little bit of speed I need with the gyro, or bump it back and it won't whiff as much because I'm not making like tiny adjustments like this with the stick and it being inconsistent, because that's what I was trying to do before, was I was trying to make it tiny little adjustments with the stick. But by maxing the stick out, it makes it more consistent when I kick the gyro back or when I kick it forward. It makes more consistent movements that I can predict. So is it 100% accurate? No, but it's the best way for me to mitigate whatever is happening with the gyro if there is actually a problem with it. So understanding that technique, I believe, is important. And so I just made that little video, 4 concepts that every gyro player should know. Hey, what's up, Brody Crowther? Good to see you, man. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. I just decided to try them today because my eyes were starting to bother me, whether I wore reading glasses or not. And so I just got some blue blocker glasses today, and I'm trying them out. Sorry, Brody. No, not today. I need to focus on trying to get to Unreal right now. Oh. Oh my god, I just got so confused right there. Bro. I don't understand what just happened. No, we can do it next month. I'm only doing that once a month. But at least they fixed the lag. It's not doesn't feel laggy anymore. Okay. Well, let's see if you can do it, man. NA Central. Why? Why? Come on. Oh, dang it. Almost got out of it. No, I'm sorry, man. I gotta stay with ranked. I gotta stay with ranked. Because I'm on a mission now to try to get to Unreal. But you can get into a ranked match. You can try to get into this one. Hey, what's up, Gyro Gameplay? It's good to see you, man. It's going fantastic because from yesterday's stream and just thinking about everything all day, I've come up with the reason and the fix or the solution to this whole problem that I've been having. And it's a technique that I'm calling stick max. Because I came up with this a few days ago, the concept for it, but I didn't quite understand how to use it until today. But basically what the concept is, and you can go and watch the previous video to this, because I streamed for about 40 minutes before this stream just to get this information out there and out of my head so I can make it sound better later. And also have it on record that I've come up with this technique. But basically what stick max is, and the reason why I was whiffing things so much is that when I would make adjustments with my crosshair, sometimes it would be 20%, sometimes it'd be 30%, sometimes it'd be 5% if I made little tiny adjustments like this and then used the gyro to fix it, because that's what I was trying to do before, okay? But that's where the inconsistency was coming from, because if I max my stick out but then I kick the gyro back, it'll be pretty much the same almost every time. So when I'm aiming in right here, my stick is being maxed out. And so if I need to bump the gyro on top of it after I've maxed it out, it'll either go forward a little more or backward a little more as quick as I need it to help me mitigate the problem of whiffing edits and whiffing shots and being inconsistent. Like one day it feels like it's right and the next day it doesn't. The reason is because even if there's an auto calibration going on, stick max is what will fix that from being a problem. It'll make it a non-issue, okay? Because if I max my stick out, that means my input coming from the stick is going to be the same every time. And then when I use the gyro, it should be pretty much the same every time. Not quite, because you can't really measure how far you're moving your hands, but you'll have a more consistent movement if my stick is always ending up in the same place with the crosshair if I max it out. So essentially what it's doing is it's eliminating the excuse that auto calibration is happening or this and this is happening. That's why it's wrong. It's because my stick movement is not consistent enough to be able to make the gyro work like it needs to. So that is the solution for this problem. Now I have to perfect it, because now that I understand where the problem is coming from, I can fix it. I can mitigate it and make it become a non-issue. Because now I know what to look for. And the name of the video that I just released before this stream is called 4 Concepts Every Gyro Player Should Know. And so it talks about gyro lock, fast flip, thumbstick roll, and stick max. And those are techniques that if you use all 4 of them together, it will eliminate and make less the issues that I've been having with where one day it feels like it's supposed to and the next day it doesn't. Because what was happening is my stick movement, like let's say the target is this tree. If I moved it like this one day, sometimes it would be on the tree all the time, but sometimes it'd be over here. And then when I would swing back with the gyro, it would end up in a different spot. But if I keep it maxed, it'll end up going to the same spot almost every time, you see? So I can keep my stick maxed in one direction and still use the gyro. Or I can bump it the same direction to get a little bit extra speed. So essentially I'm maxing my stick by lowering the sensitivity on it so that it's slower and that I have to catch up to the target by using the gyro if I need to. So if I need more speed, I just use the gyro. So I max it out and then use more, if that makes sense. So those are the concepts that I laid out there in the last video. And now what we're watching is me trying to perfect the concept of stick max. Because all the other ones, I've got it pretty much down, right? I can fast flip pretty accurately, right? I can gyro lock. I can thumbstick roll. Now the last thing to make everything as accurate as possible is what I'm calling stick max. And by using that technique, it will stop the problem of being inconsistent in close range fights and sometimes even long range shots. So it was a good little discussion that we had yesterday that got me thinking all day today, and I figured out how to use stick max. Where did he go? Oh, there he is. Come on. Oh, come on, man. I just totally messed that up. Well, they both have inconsistencies, but using stick max is going to help eliminate those inconsistencies, right? And so now I just have to perfect getting stick max to work like I need it to, right? Because basically it's just going to come down to what speed do I need my sticks to really be at to where I max it out and it's pretty consistent every time. Once I get that, then when I use the gyro to compensate for things, it will be consistent gyro movement. So like I'm tossing between 9 and 8 and 8 and 7 is what I'm comparing it against to try and make the movement as accurate as possible. All right, here we go. Oh. What? Where did he go? Ah, I couldn't see where he was at. See, that was terrible. I couldn't see where he was at. Come on. I'm so close to making all of this a reality, bro. I just have to get the right stick max speeds in here, and we're golden. We are golden. Come on, let's cue it up. Here. Let's hop into reload. These queue times are just taking too long. We're hopping to reload, and we'll try to get these stick max settings locked in, and we'll finish this thing. Man, I can't believe that I figured out that that was what the problem was, right? Because it took me so long to like of just trying and trying and trying and trying again, and then I realized that it's the inconsistency of making small adjustments on the sticks is what the whole issue was the whole time. So if I just max out the stick, it will be the same movement every time. 100%. So that's something you can count on, and then when you make a gyro adjustment after that, it will be more consistent because you're only dealing with the gyro at that point. All right, so let's get this locked in here. Send this thing to the moon. Man, it just feels so, like, tight and on point. I just got to get the right slower settings locked in, and then we're golden, man. Okay, so that's not right. Let's see. Let's back this off. Let's just start like that. What? How did he get the gun before me? I can't believe I clutched out of that, bro. Oh, somebody else is coming. I need to go to the sea. Okay, I'm still alive. We're good. We're good. That was pretty clutch. That's what I'm talking about, man. It was pretty clutch, bro. I was surely dead. Okay, let's eat this, and then let's take that. There we go. Now we got infinite running. We got mats. Oh. I had a feeling somebody was up there. Where are you at, homie? Somebody's in there, but they're just being stupid. There he is. Show yourself. Okay. This is wrong here. Ah, okay. No, I am 46, bro. I know I look young, but I'm 46. I'm just now at the point in my life where I actually feel like I never felt like I was old, but I'm starting to feel like I'm old now for some reason. Like I just feel things more. Okay, so I gotta adjust this. 'Cause it's not quite right. But at least we know what we're going for now to make it work. No. Oh, I'm out of mats. Okay, that was just absolutely horrible. Yeah, well, it's hard for somebody to understand it unless they're in my head when it's happening. Right? But I know it seems like it's just because of the building, but it's not. It's more than just the building. See, right there, all of that was wrong. Okay? So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to hop into Skavok and go for Stick Max. Okay? Because once I get this set right, you'll see what I'm talking about. Once I get the Stick Max at the spot where it's going to be consistent, then all of my shots are going to line up much easier. Yeah, man, can you not see my hair? My hair is gone, bro. My hair is gone. See, I'm about to show you here after I get this adjusted and then we go back into a match to test it. You'll understand better what Stick Max and the concept of it is. And now that I know what I'm going for, it's going to make this all just become all these problems I've been having to make it work consistently. It's going to be a thing of the past. Because that's the last piece of inconsistency that there can be is my thumbstick. Okay, so what it needs to be is it needs to be 10, 13, 22, 22. There we go. So I just have to decide if I want to go a little faster here. Let's go 10-9. No, it's a little too much. Let's bump the ramp time. No, don't like that. Let's go 8-7. See, if you watch my sticks on the gyro overlay, you'll see when every time I max the stick out, it turns bright green. So I try to go for max stick pull when I'm ADSing in, because it'll keep my aim more consistent, especially with the gyro on, because then I can just flip it back. So if I have it maxed, I can flip it back if I need to, if they move. You see? Because a lot of times, if I'm playing against somebody that's got good movement, they'll be over here, but then they'll be over here real quick, right? So I'll get it lined up here, and then all of a sudden they'll be here. That's the benefit of stick max. I can go like this and then come back, right? So I just got to get it set right. See, I blew past that just a little bit too much. Okay, so let's go. So this needs to probably be right here. You see how I was able to just keep tracking that? I didn't have to let go of my ADS. I could just do that all with just ADS. You see? Now that I understand what I'm trying to go for, I can start focusing on that so that my shots become more consistent. You see how I was able to track that? I had that stick max, the sticks maxed, and then I was able to use the gyro to go the rest of the way. Okay, so it's just a little... I need to make it a little less. Oh, okay, here we go. I had the look dampening time at 0.04. I normally am at 0.3. So, in case you didn't know, dampening time is a very important factor in how you use your sticks too, okay? Because it gives you just a little bit of... It's almost kind of like gyro lock by itself. It's locking your stick for 0.03 seconds to this movement right here. That's why it was feeling wrong, was because I had it on 0.4 and it needs to be at 0.3. There we go. Now that feels perfect. I was wondering why it wasn't working. See? This is stick lock in action right here, because it's like I'm purposely maxing my sticks out so that when I make my adjustment with the gyro, it pretty much hits the shot every time. Because it's so tight that whatever I'm doing afterwards is just a little tiny movement with the gyro. Oh man, this is beautiful, bro. This is beautiful. Okay, so watch this. Let me come in here. Okay, something's wrong with that. Okay, so something's wrong with that. Let's figure this out now. Oh, okay, I see what happened. I see what happened. Let's go like this. That's why it was wrong. make it go a little faster. Let's go 11:14. Almost there. Let's see. Okay, so let's see, 0, 0, everything's good here. Let's go 23, 23. Okay, let's turn the gyro off and figure out what's happening here. Yeah, see, the problem is all stick. So once I get this fixed, everything will work absolutely wonderful. Aim assist is off. Okay. Okay. I see what's happening here. See, right now this is all sticks. This is no gyro. No aim assist. Okay, there we go. So now let's turn the gyro back on. It's almost there. almost there. Let's go 32. Back to 30. Yeah, it's the only way that, the reason I use a lot of boost on my ADS is because it's the only way to be able to track without having to let go of it and go to hip fire. And then it also helps your scoped settings too, if you have it set up like that. Okay. See, and there must be some correlation between the mouse, because everything kind of got screwed up when I used the mouse and the controller at the same time. So there may be some kind of correlation there too, because I just shook the mouse and it felt better. Let me try this again. See, to hit these shots, you have to use thumbstick roll. The close range is the stick max technique, okay? So right now I'm trying to get this thumbstick roll ironed out because it's just a little bit off. I want to be able to nail people out of the sky. So we're almost there. Let's check surge. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do with this. Gotta unplug it and then plug it back in because something, when I moved the mouse earlier, it changed things. So I gotta figure out what that was. Let's see. Let's turn this off. Turn this back on. Okay, that's better. There we go. There we go. See, I'm so glad I figured out what that problem was, because now that I know that it has to do with the sticks, using them in conjunction with the gyro, that's been the point of my inconsistency. Yeah, see, gotta loosen this stick up. Yeah, you see that? You see what I'm talking about? See, now that I've figured out what it is, I can know how to pinpoint where I need to fix it. Because before I couldn't figure it out, but it was coming from my sticks. That's where it was getting screwed up at. Yeah, that's much better now. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I love those kind of kills, man. Okay, let's loosen this up. Let's go here. Check this. No, not the dead zone. What messed me up was that I didn't realize that what was making it inconsistent was the way. See, like right now, it's my stick, and I'm trying to figure out what it's going to take on my stick to get it to go where I need it to go. Because the gyro is inconsistent in some ways, but the thing that was making me whiff the most was my stick, and I didn't realize it until today. So right now, see, I was just hitting my shots just a second ago, right? But now it's messed up because it feels like on my stick that I'm using the same movement, but the stick is moving at a different rate than it was the last time I was in this screen. You see, so now that I understand what the problem is, I have to find a way to get the movement on the stick to be the least amount to cause problems. That's where stick maxing comes in. So I got to slow it down enough that it doesn't become an issue. Okay. Okay, so let's switch this up here. There we go. See, it felt like my stick was like tighter than it needed to be, right? Just a little bit. See, and these are things that I didn't realize were problems until today. So figuring out how to fix it and adjust it are things that I can show people how to do now because I figured out what the issue is. Good. See, it explains why it was working one day and the next day it didn't feel right. It's because the stick was being inconsistent. The gyro can be inconsistent too, but if you have both of them working against each other at being inconsistent, that's where you run into some problems, right? So now that I've eliminated that, it's just going to make everything just skyrocket. Okay, yeah, we're good there. Okay, let's check this. Okay. All right, so now it feels good. Okay, so now that it's like that, let's go here. Hey, what's up, Voodoo? Yeah, man, I don't know if you caught anything that I said, okay? And everybody's probably tired of me saying it over and over again, but I figured out what the problem has been this whole time from the conversation that we had yesterday, and I've been thinking about it all day today. And it's a technique that I'm going to be calling stick max. You see how I'm nailing these shots right here? So I came up with the concept for stick max a couple days ago, okay? But I didn't understand how to quite use it. But this is what was happening, why I was whiffing those shots and I couldn't figure it out, okay? Is that I was making small adjustments with my stick and then using the gyro to get like some extra movement in there, especially in close range, right? But I figured out that what I need to be doing is maxing my stick out so that when I do use the gyro, it's a more consistent gyro movement, because if I do small adjustments, one time it might be like 20% movement, another time it might be 30%, another time it might be 50%, right? So if I'm moving over here, it's not moving at the same rate every single time I push the stick, right? So even though it feels like I'm moving the stick at the same rate, I would end up over here, and then when I would use the gyro to come back, it would miss because I was in the wrong spot over here. But if I max my stick out, you see, watch, I'm maxing my stick out, but if I want to kick it back, I can still kick it back. If I want to go forward more, I can get a little extra speed and nudge it forward, right? But it's a consistent motion if I max the stick out. So now the key is to finding the correct slow stick speed so that when I max it out, I can max my stick out as much as possible when I play so that my movement is more consistent, because it's at 100% if I max it every time. But if I just make little tiny motions all the time with it, it doesn't consistently go where you try to tell it to go. So the technique I'm calling it is stick max. You max it out, and then you use the gyro to catch up the rest of the way. You see? You can see when I'm maxing my stick out, right? But I can use the gyro to counterbalance what I'm maxing out just to get the right flick. So when I'm playing against a pro and I get it lined up and then they move back over here, I can just flick it back even though my stick is already maxed. So now that I've figured that out, all I need to do is find the correct slowness on the stick so that when I max it out, the gyro will take it the rest of the way and I can be accurate 90% of the time instead of 50%. You see? Okay, so it's really good right here. I just need to figure out how to take it the rest of the way. Okay, here we go. This is probably the most consistent here, but let's change this to 32 instead. No, it's better at 30. Okay, 30's good. Okay, let's go 9 instead of 10. So basically I've lowered my hip fire and my ADS to try to account for this stick max technique. Okay, that feels pretty good. So let's go 88 here. No, it needs to be higher. Go with 8. Okay, so now we just changed that. We should be golden here. Let's check this. Oh my gosh. That's just beautiful. Beautiful. So we're basically at the closing stages of this whole thing, man. We're almost there. Oh, that's just incredible. Okay. Almost there. that. All of that is almost correct. Oops. Let's go here. Okay. I think we're good. Let's test this. Yeah, let's test this now. So if you missed it, I made a stream right before this one called 4 Concepts That Every Gyro Player Should Know. And it talks about gyro lock, talks about stick max, talks about fast flip, and it talks about thumbstick roll. So I've got all of those concepts now on record, and I just need to find a better way to explain it than I did so that I can make it easier to understand. But I believe that if somebody is new to gyro and they apply all of these concepts, it will mitigate all of the problems that they can run into, because gyro lock basically mitigates any inconsistency that you can have with the gyro. Fast flip makes it to where you can do a 180 real fast. Thumbstick roll makes it to where you could go long distance shots and be accurate with it. And then stick max is for close range. So it's like got all the categories of movement nailed down in such a way that if you're having a problem with a certain area, let's say it's your close range accuracy, then the solution to the problem is stick max. You have to find the right stick settings that are slow enough to keep it as accurate as possible using both gyro and stick combined, right? If you're having a problem with long range accuracy, it's a problem with thumbstick roll. If you're having a problem with hip fire, right, then it's a problem with your gyro lock, right? And then if you're having a problem moving around fast enough, it's a problem with fast flip. So it's got all the different things that can go wrong in one of those 4 categories. So now that I've got it broken down that way, it'll make it to where when I explain it in a easier way to understand, it'll be just kind of like bite-sized chunks. Oh, okay, if I have a problem, this is my solution. This is what I need to focus on, is getting my sticks right? Or if I have a problem here, I need to focus on getting the right amount of gyro lock on it. You see, so all of the things now have a solution. Even if there's an auto calibration issue, this will account for all of that. That's what all of this is set up to do, is to mitigate all of those problems and make it to where you can achieve all the movement you need to in Fortnite using no aim assist and just gyro and boost. Well, let's go into reload because it's taking forever to get into regular ranked. Oh, finally queued up. Here we go. So I'm so glad that I had those bad times, because now we can have some good times. Bro, I was pulling all the remaining hair out of my head trying to figure out what was going on. Yeah, it's hard to tell which variables are actually doing what, but now that I've got it compartmentalized into 4 areas and categories, we've got a way to make this a thing now that we can have a solution for people to use. That's the power of Gyro right there, my friends. That's how we do it here at Gyro Gang. Plus, I made my first post or comment in Gyro Gaming Reddit, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna try to make a Gyro Gang Reddit, and then after that, maybe even a Discord or something. But we'll start with a Reddit first. Because somebody posted in there yesterday about their first day on Gyro, and then was asking about settings and stuff, and so I just gave them what I thought needs to happen with it, and it gave me the idea. Okay, if I create a Gyro Reddit that's specifically for all of these things that have to do with Fortnite, it'll be a way for us to attract other Gyro players to our world, basically, you know? Because that's what we need right now, is we need more representation. Yeah, you can do any game well enough without really making a bunch of adjustments. But to do it at a high level, you have to. See, that's the key. You could play a game casually and not really worry about all of that. But if you're trying to make it to where you're on the money almost every time, then you have to understand how to adjust everything so that you don't run into any problems when you're trying to compete. Oh, come on, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to shockwave myself out. Come on. Oh, come on. You just worked me. Oh, I timed it wrong. Okay. All right, let's do this again. Well, I'm not a fan of having to change it so much either. I agree that you should keep it on the same thing at least for a long time, right? But knowing how to fix a problem and knowing what variables actually fix the problem is the biggest battle that we overcame today, right? Because before today, I was just guessing. Now I know exactly what the problem is and how to mitigate that issue and make it go away. And it's to get the right slow speed on the sticks so that you're eliminating all of the chance for the stick to move at 50% one time and then 75% the next time. You're just trying to keep your stick movement as consistent as possible so that when you do make gyro movement, it's as consistent as it can be also too. Because where the gyro was becoming inconsistent is if I moved the stick and it didn't make it all the way to where I needed it to go, and the gyro also made an inconsistent move, that's where it could whiff really big. So if you eliminate all of the inconsistencies as much as possible, then you're making it to where you have a better chance of hitting the shots and getting out of the situations you need to get into and out of. So it's basically just making it to where if there are any problems, there's a way to fix it now. Because before there was no way to fix it, it was just all guessing. I'm saying that the reason why it was inconsistent to the level of me not being satisfied with keeping my settings where they were at is because I didn't have the right slow speed on the sticks to make sure that I didn't have inconsistent stick movement. So yeah, the gyro has inconsistencies, right? Sometimes you move it and it doesn't move it to the exact same spot every time, right? But that's normal. And if you eliminate the inconsistency from the sticks, then it makes it to where you don't have as much of a problem and that you can expect, like, it's basically a matter of expectation. If you don't expect it to mess up, then that's where the problem comes in, because you're trying to make it move a certain way and then it doesn't. Because you're expecting it to do something that it's not going to do. So that's kind of my point, is that now that there's a way to fix this, then people that are having the same issue, I can pinpoint where the problem is and help them fix it. So sometimes it's with the gyro. That's where you have to adjust the gyro sense and gyro lock it, or use fast flip to get the right amount of accuracy with the gyro. And sometimes it's with the stick. So now that I've encountered all the different inconsistencies that there can be, whether it be with gyro or be with my sticks, I know what to look for and how to pinpoint it. That's my point. So if you use less stick, right, you'll have more consistent gyro, but it's still inconsistent enough that you're not able to execute everything that you want to. So once you figure out what those inconsistencies are, you can change it and make it better. That's what I'm trying to say. So in your case, if it's doing everything that you want it to do and there's no inconsistencies, then there's no reason to adjust it. But if it's not doing everything you want it to do, I know where to look so that you can fix it. That's basically the point of all of it, is making a way for people to understand where the problem actually is and how they can adjust it. Because before, I couldn't figure out where the problem was. And I kept adjusting things and trying to change things, and I couldn't fix it because I wasn't adjusting the right part of the problem. I was adjusting the wrong part of it. Yeah, so now the way to fix any issues, especially with auto calibration, if you're having that issue, use stick max. Find a stick setting that's slow enough to where you can max it out and then use the gyro to compensate for where you're moving too slow or moving too fast. You see? Because that's how I can take auto calibration out of the equation, especially in close range situations, right? If I max the stick out and then use the gyro to break back or slow it down, you see how I'm maxing it out, but I'm able to just keep it in the same spot, right? There's different ways that you can move it and use the stick to get the desired crosshair placement. So that's the technique that I'm working on right now, is stick max, getting the right level of stick motion so that when I use the gyro, it's more consistent. Yeah, so if you like where it is now, then you're good, right? It's just if you have issues with it executing a certain move, let's say it's an edit. Everything is perfect, but your edit's messed up. I know where to go to fix those things, right? That's the thing that I've been trying to map out, is every time that there's a problem, there's got to be a way to fix it. And I couldn't figure out how to do it. But now I know every area that you can adjust and where it needs to be adjusted at. So once I get the technique perfected with stick max, then we're solid, man. Everything is... I can't see any other issues coming up unless the controller just disintegrates in my hand, you know? That's the only thing I can think of. Plus, another thing, too, that I'll show you here. Oh, that was perfect. Oh, that was beautiful. Beautiful. I'm about to start destroying, man. What? I'm out of mats. Oh, somebody else is here. Third party. Great. Oh, okay. Alright, let's go into a match again. I can't even remember what I was going to say now, but bottom line is now that it's all mapped out where the problem areas are and the solutions for those problems, this whole thing can start to take shape now. Because if somebody asks me, hey, this is what I'm experiencing, how do I fix it? I can tell them specifically and not give them some generic answer, right? Because all we've gotten up until this point is just generic answers. Oh, it may be an issue with auto calibration. Oh, it might be this. Oh, it might be that. But now there's a way to specifically fix every area that is a problem, whether it's auto calibration or not. You know, like this controller here, I might switch to a different controller right now because the stick is the problem on this controller, which is what's making this inconsistent right now. As a matter of fact, I'm going to change it as we speak. See, but identifying where those issues are is so critical, because if you can't figure out what the problem is, then there's no way you can know how to fix it. All you're doing is just guessing. Okay, so now I need to turn the gyro overlay off and then back on. Oh my gosh, this feels so much better that I just switched controllers. See? Now that I understand what the problem is, man, I just got goosebumps, bro. Now that I understand what the problem is, we can start doing some damage, man. Because for the life of me, I could not figure out what the issue is. Plus, I'm back to playing with the controller that has rumbles in it. And I thought I liked without rumbles, but I like with rumbles better. It just feels so much more solid to me. I'm probably about to just go insane right now. Because everything feels so amazing. Like when you go from it feeling like crap for so long and then it feels correct, it's like fire, bro. The stick was the biggest problem with that last controller, with being inconsistent. Because see, now I'll know, okay, this is another thing that can happen where I have to change controllers because it's screwed up. Oh my gosh. You see how much different this is? Wow, dude. Wow. All I can say is wow. Incredible. What a thing to have figured this out. No, let's stay with this. This is better. Oh my gosh, I'm just destroying and frying right now. While I also get fried. Oh, I should have drank my minis first. It makes such a difference, man, when everything is working like it's supposed to. Oh, he got both of them. How did he do that? He got all three? How did he do that? Did he buy them? How did he get 3 heisted weapons? Wow, dude, this feels so much better. It's like, it's night and day, night and day. Oh, dang it. What a good pre-fire. It's almost over. The tinkering is almost over because now I know what needs to be fixed, right? And so, because I understand every problem that can happen now and what to do to fix it, then yes, we can make some major progress now. So the next step is for me to start actually destroying, right? Because nothing that I do to promote this is going to work unless I just start destroying. But now that I know where the issues are and how to fix them, I can show other people how to do it. And I can say, look, this is how bad I sucked because I didn't understand what the problem was. Now, after I fixed it, watch this. You see, that's where I'm going with all this, is that it took all of that to get to here. So now that I know what to do, I could show people the way. No matter what style they want to play on. I've played every style of gyro. And I know where the problems can be. And I know if you're trying to accomplish a certain thing and you're not able to, this is the reason why. Because I've already been through it and pulled my hair out 50 million times myself. So I could save somebody else now the heartache and the agony of trying to figure this out, because there's no instructions on it. I mean, that's the dumbest part about this whole thing, is that there's no instructions on it. So we have to create the instructions. You know, every owner's manual has a frequently asked questions part where there's problems. There's nothing like that for gyro, right? But once I create it, there will be. You see? Oh, come on. What? Okay, that was just dumb to go into that box. I thought I knew where he was going to be. Oh, dang it, I just ran out of mats. Okay. Alright, let's start a whole match fresh now. Now that I'm on this other controller. I don't expect everyone to understand, but it's been a, because you can't see it when you're watching it. It's just a feeling that you have while you're playing it. But not knowing what was the problem and just trying to fix it and fix it and fix it. When all this time, the reason why it was different a couple days later is because the way that I was moving my sticks. So I would set it up and then it would feel like I would be moving the sticks in the same way, but it wasn't actually registering or moving the same way that I was moving it with my thumb. So the solution is to try to use as much of the stick as possible when you use it so that you have more consistent output. So in other words, stick max. You have to max the stick out, especially when you're in close range, so that you can get the right amount of gyro active on it. And it just feels so much like butter right now. All right, let's really, really focus and try to use everything to its fullest potential now. Oh, he got away. See how I nailed that shot that quickly? That's because of stick max. Like, I didn't really have to try and think that hard, it just happened. I have it set at 30,000 right now. On my bit rate. See, I just changed controllers, by the way, Jar Gameplays, because I figured out that my stick was the problem on the last controller, and it's like butter right now, bro. Everything that I'm doing is just gold. It feels so incredible the way I have it set up right now. Oh, I almost did that. Did you see how I clutched out of that shot? That's because of stick max. I don't know if you guys saw me hit that shotgun shot real fast, but that's because I was stick maxing it and then I gyro flicked it back and I hit that shot. You see? That's the solution that I've been needing to be more consistent in those situations. It's basically the same controller, but this one has rumbles in it. So the problem with the other controller was that after playing with it for a minute, let's just say for a few hours, okay? Because I was playing with it earlier today. When I got back on stream, the stick didn't feel different, but I noticed it was moving different when I got on stream. That's why when I went into Skavok and I was trying to line up those aerial shots where the bots are just kind of cascading down like a waterfall, I couldn't line those up like I normally could because the stick wasn't moving right. But it doesn't feel like it's moving wrong. You see? So whatever movement that I was making with the stick, it was screwed up. But I didn't realize it until I thought about everything that I was talking about yesterday and all the things that I've been through. And I realized, oh my gosh, it's moving 30% one time, 20% another time, 75% another time. And that's why it's inconsistent, because if I max the stick out, it'll help stop that from happening. And in the last controller's case, there was actually a problem with the stick because I had to shake it really hard and wiggle it to be able to get it to loosen up again. And then I could start to feel it getting tight again. So that's why I switched controllers, and now it's different. It's beautiful right now. Everything that I'm moving right now, all my movement feels wonderful. So all of that agony and suffering, bro, I give it to every one of you in the form of knowledge so that you can not suffer as I did. And I got to focus on what I'm doing here because I keep getting yoinked. But I can literally help people now in every situation because I know what the problems are. I know how to fix them. I know what the solution is. Sometimes it's you need another controller. Sometimes it's you need new sticks. Sometimes you have to max the stick out. Sometimes you have to gyro lock it, right? All of these things are solutions that people can try to help them play the way that they want to play. They don't have to play like me, but I can play like them and tell them what they need to do so they can fix it so they can play like they want. Because I've literally tried every style of gyro there is. This is the one I'm using now is what I like the most. But I understand how other people use it and I can help them if they're having trouble with their settings. Instead of giving them some generic answer, I could tell them specifically what they need to do to fix it, because I've experienced all of it. I know exactly what the problems are. I just wasted that shockwave. Yeah, if I didn't figure it out, I would have just lost my mind, because yesterday I couldn't figure out for the life of me why it kept happening over and over and over again. And it was because my stick movement was inconsistent, because I wasn't maxing it out. I was purposely avoiding maxing it out because I thought it made it more accurate, but it actually makes it less accurate in close range. It's only for close range stuff. For long range, it's good to not max your stick out, okay? But for close range, you have to max it out, especially if you want to be right on the money with a headshot. See? I almost did that, so I just got to master this technique. But I don't know if you saw me hit those shots, but it was crazy that I just maxed the stick out, used the gyro, and then it just landed. So the only thing left now is to perfect stick max. I've perfected gyro lock. I've perfected fast flip. I've perfected thumbstick roll. Gyro lock is for regular hip fire and even ADS if you want to use it for ADSing to give you small movement. Fast flip is so you can do a 180 but still retain small accuracy like gyro lock, okay? Then you've got thumbstick roll. Thumbstick roll is for long range and sometimes mid-range, but that's where you kind of just put pressure on the stick and barely move it, and then you use the gyro also slowly, and it like feels like aim assist when you use it right. You're just basically putting a light pressure on the stick, and you're looking for that slowdown that you're creating to happen on the target. And that's why it's so good for long range, because you can just literally just slow everything down to the right speed, but still be quick. So you can line it up quick, but it's the right amount of slowness to it that you can do it fast. That's thumbstick roll. And then the last piece of this whole puzzle is stick max, where in close range, if you max it out, especially when you're ADS'd in, I can go like this and then come back if they move real quick. Because see, if I just go like this with the sticks only, I can only move back this fast. But if I have stick max activated basically in my brain, when I go like this, I can flip back if I need to. You see? It's much faster to make adjustments and more consistent instead of trying to come back with the stick. You're coming back with the gyro. That's what stick max does. Especially if you're just using it in hip fire for close range, it works really good like that too. So you can literally go from here, go up, and then go back to the left and be completely accurate all in one motion, whether you're ADS'd in or you're just using hip fire. But none of that would have been figured out unless I just went through hell, basically. I literally just destroyed my brain cells trying to figure this out. You know, and that's the beauty of it, is that now that I know what the problem is, or what they are, I can fix them. I had no idea what I was trying to adjust before to make it right. That's why it was driving me nuts. Okay. So we're clean, fresh match. Let's do this right. We've got a good controller, good sticks. Stick max in action, gyro lock. Fast flip. Thumbstick roll, all of it. Watch. Boom! First try. Second try. Actually, that was the fourth try. But I still hit it. No aim assist. Oh my god, did you see that? That was Stick Max in action right there. I just nailed it right to his head. That was clean. That was really clean. Oh, come on. Gotta fix the edits. The edits aren't right. Here, let's go 40. Okay, that's better. Oh, come on. Oh, somebody else got me. Okay, that was just the wrong play. I would have had that if I didn't shockwave. I should have gone back and tried to heal and then finish it. Hey, what's up, Brody Crowther? Good to see you, man. Yeah, you came back just in time because I got everything figured out pretty much for Stick Max. Still testing it to make sure, but we're about to do some cool stuff. Oh! I just guessed wrong where he was going to be. That was my bad. Oh, okay. I just flipped it the wrong way. I will try my best, man. I can't guarantee that I can help you get to Unreal, but, you know, if you want to play Reload, we can definitely play Reload next month. I just don't know if we'll be able to play it long enough to get you to Unreal. But for sure, man, I'm down to try and help you. As much as I can during that time. Does any of y'all know what needs to happen so that I can start a Reddit for Gyro Gang, just like there's one for Gyro Gaming? Because anybody that I see that comes in to Gyro Gaming that asks questions about Fortnite, I can start answering their questions and then directing them to Gyro Gang page, so that we can create our own little Fortnite community of Gyro players that we can share all the things that we learn. Because all this stuff that I've discovered, there's probably so much more that we don't even know right now, you know, that we'll figure out for this game. I mean, maybe this is all there is. I don't know. But if we share, we've got a community of people, then it'll just make everything go faster. You know, we can start working towards tournaments and doing stuff like that, you know. Oh no, it's okay. I'll make it. I was just wondering if they knew the process, if it was like some type of lengthy thing. Because I've never made a Reddit before, so today was my first post or reply to a comment on Reddit for somebody that just started playing Gyro day 1. And I realized that I'm on day 1100. Or actually more than that, of Gyro in Fortnite. You know, this guy's on day 1. You know, so anything I can do to help somebody that's new not have to go through what I went through to figure out their stuff, that's what I'm down for. Well, I want everybody that's a part of the Fortnite community to be a part of Gyro Gang. That's why I was saying I'd make a Gyro Gang page. Because I want Gyro Gang to be like the community of Gyro players, basically. That eventually it will turn into an org, right? But to start with, it'll be the community of Fortnite Gyro players. It'll be called Gyro Gang. That's the idea anyways, unless you have a better one. Yeah, I've been playing Gyro since it came out on Fortnite. So I didn't realize it was that many days until I saw that guy's post that said day number 1 using Gyro. And he's like, look, I can hit all the shots on this bot that's going left and right. Because that's how I started, right? And then I realized, oh, that doesn't actually translate to real world gameplay. That's just shooting a bot on the wall, right? If Fortnite was all just shooting bots on the wall, we could all set up Gyro right now and just destroy, right? But the movement is so different. And that's what I was explaining to him, that the movement is so different in this game that you might destroy shooting the bot on the wall with the scoped SMG, but you have to account for all these other things. So if we create our own community for Fortnite, then we can have more posts like that. Oh my gosh. See, that's stick max in action right there. Like, I didn't need to flick it that drastically, but I was just doing it on purpose just to see how far I could take it. But that's how accurate it can still be if I'm scared, right? Like, if I screw up and I'm not going as slow as I need to, if I max my stick out and then flick it to where I need it to go, it'll be the most consistent shot. Instead of whiffing it in a critical moment, I'll be able to hit it. Yeah, exactly. That's what I plan to do. Because when I told him about my channel, he said, yeah, I've looked everywhere and I couldn't find anything really on Fortnite and Gyro. There's nothing. There's nothing out there except for what I have, which is crazy to me. And the other stuff that's out there that's even semi-instructional is from 3 years ago, and it doesn't really even show you how to do it. It just tells you what all the settings are. So now there can really be a community that's built around improvement, instructional material. Somebody that comes to the community can discover something new and show everybody about it. And we can just share all the different things that we can do to make Gyro better for this game. That's the vision that I have. And it's about to happen. It's about to happen. Watch, give this a year from now. And let's just save this as a recording of look at how far we've come. That's what I believe is going to happen, is that we're going to look at this video a year from now and go like, oh my gosh, look at how far we've come. Okay, I got to really concentrate because right now I'm so like excited about all this that I'm not really focusing on playing the game. Oh my gosh. What am I doing, bro? Okay, I really got to focus, man. I'm totally not even here right now. I was trying to read the chat. Thanks, mister. I appreciate that, man. It's been a long journey, bro. But this time next year, we're going to be saying, oh my gosh, look at where we were. Okay, Voodoo says, it's that people don't make it discoverable. Just last night, I got recommended a video from a guy making a gyro tutorial on the Switch Lite. He never made a video after. Well, the way to make it discoverable is by having more content. The reason why his never got discovered, and probably why there's really not any other things out there, is because there's not enough content being created about it. You know? So the more content that I create, the more content that you create, the more content that the Gyro community creates once we get this thing going, the more easily it will be discovered by other people. Right now, it's all buried because YouTube doesn't know that people want to look for it. You know? Because there's not enough content out there. Okay, so let's really do this like I'm a pro right here. Like, this is my job. This is what I do every day. I just come in and use Gyro to destroy, because that's what we do here at Gyro Gang. We use no aim assist and we just destroy, because we don't need it. Okay, so that's the first thing I need to fix right there. Edit is wrong. Okay, let's go like that. Let's see how that goes. Oh, it's on the porch out here. Oh, that was a stupid edit. I should have made a door. Where's this guy at? There was somebody here. Oh. Oh. I accidentally whiffed that shot really bad. Are you serious? Did you really think I didn't see you? I was too focused on trying to use stick max. Okay. Let's just concentrate on playing the game right. Alright, and then let's bump this to 10. See if it changes it here. Okay. Yeah, I need to go back to 8. Back to 8. And just fix my edits. My edits is what's kind of screwing me up here. Oh, dang it. Alright, we'll go again. Alright, we're going to try again and try to do this like a pro. I just got to fix these edits. 8 is where I was trying to go here. Let's go 48. All right, here we go. Oh, come on. That's the power of gyro right there, bro. That is the power of gyro. Excuse me. Oh my god, that was clean, bro. That was clean. Oh, I shouldn't have just kept spraying right there. I was doing so good, man. Okay. I gotta remember, it's a timing thing. I can only stay in the open for so long before I gotta build or move out of the way. Okay, that was the wrong edit. Wrong edit. Oh, come on. I'm playing terrible now. Okay. Let's do this again. We got this. Trying to get this stick max perfected. Mr. Gyro King? No. I'm going to keep my name the Classic Rocker. Because that's what I am. I'm a classic rocker. I'm a musician. And gyro is my new instrument. See, gyro is like my new guitar. It's very similar. With a guitar, you have to hold it the right way. You have to touch it the right way. You have to make the strings bend the right way if you want to get certain sounds, you know. Even with your amp and your effects, you have to dial it in and mess with the settings on them so that you can get it to sound good and make it sound right. That's why I love this so much, because it's literally like my new guitar. Okay, let's put this on 90 now. Mr. Gyro Rocker. Oh, come on. Okay, so that was good information right there. This needs to be right here. Come on. Oh, what? I was looking in the wrong spot. Bro. Okay. Let's go again. Try to perfect this technique. I won't forget you, bro. I'm glad you think I'm going to be famous one day. Well, thanks, man. That means a lot. I appreciate that. Okay, let's do this. All right, and I got to take these off. So it's my first time trying the blue light blockers. And while I like it, it's just wearing glasses is so annoying to me. I hate that I have to wear glasses now. Oh, hey, good night, man. I'm gonna be stopping soon too, cause it's late. I don't know exactly what time it is, but I'm sure it's probably almost 2 o'clock. So good night, man. Have a good night. Okay, that's what's wrong with it. Let's go 48. Oh, come on, man. Yeah, it's probably almost 2 in the morning right now. Oh, what a nice move. What a nice move. Yeah, well, I didn't realize I was going to go that late last night. And then I can't do it again tonight for sure, though, because I wasn't hurting today, but I was a little tired. So I'm going to have to make this probably my last match, even though it's going to be crap. Really trying to stay alive here. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, bro. I gotta make this my last match because if I don't, I'm gonna be hurting tomorrow. Oh! I killed him! What a way to end the stream. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's going to get better. Now that I understand what the problem is, now that I understand how to use stick max, I just have to perfect that technique, and that's going to be the last piece of the puzzle. So, anyways, sorry, Brother Crowther. We'll have to do it next month, man. And love you guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, have a good night.